Hey everyone, Merry Christmas! It's Mel from Mel's Bells Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute, quick and easy Santa ornament. It's really quick and simple. You can fashion it with a little bell at the end of the hat or a palm. It's up to you, but I'm going to show you what you need to get started. First, you're going to need some yarn. I've got some red, some white. The yarn I'm using is from Hobie. It's the soft Starlight. It's got the little glitter specks in it. You need some scissors. You need a darning needle, of course. And then I'm using these wooden rings. I had a whole little bag of them from a pattern test that I did. So I thought I'd use these up and make some cute ornaments out of them. It measures 2.25 inches using the outer diameter. And I got this little bag off of Amazon. I'll link it in the actual pattern. You're going to need some jute string, or, you can use yarn or ribbon or whatever you want. And then I used a bell at the end. I got a whole pack of them off of Amazon. I'll link that in the description and in the pattern itself. Oh, and you'll need a bead for the nose. And I have a whole pack of beads that I use. They're little wooden beads. And I just had those on hand. Okay. Oh, and of course a 6.0 hook. That's the size hook that I used. Oh, the yarn is number 4 worsted weight as well. So you just tie on your yarn to the wooden ring. And then to get started, you're going to pull up a loop. And you're going to single crochet 11. And I just go work over that little tail there so I don't have to weave it in later. I'm just going to snip that off. Okay, and it should look something like this. And once you've got 11, you're going to chain 1 and turn. In the first stitch, you're going to put a cluster or a double crochet 5 together, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 until you have 5 on your hook. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and pull through all 5. Okay. And into the next stitch, you're going to double crochet. You're going to put a cluster into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 5, and then followed by a double crochet. And you're just going to continue on like that until you reach the end of the row. Okay, I am doing my last cluster. Yarn over, pull through all 5. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And so see, I have 6 little clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to single crochet decrease and then single crochet until I have 2 stitches remaining. And into the last 2 stitches, it's going to be another single crochet decrease. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, off camera, I went ahead and placed a stitch marker indicating what stitch we're going to cluster into. It's off of the double crochet from row 1. Okay, so I've done my single crochet decrease, single crochet all the way. I've done another decrease. Now I'm going to start row 3. I chained 1, and this is my first stitch right here, but I don't want to cluster into that. I'm going to cluster into this stitch that I marked. It's in between the first 2 clusters. So let me take this out, and you can see it right there. It's from the double crochet. It's a horizontal stitch, and I'm going to cluster into that. So yarn over, insert my hook into that horizontal stitch. I don't know really what you call it. It's the horizontal stitch from the double crochet. That's what I call it in the pattern. Yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to continue that until you have 5 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5. And then, so that's your first stitch. So into your second stitch, you're going to go ahead and double crochet. So it's still a cluster double crochet, repeat. But this way it allows you to put that cluster right in between the cluster from the previous rows. It gets them a little closer together, if that makes sense. So you're going to repeat that. I'm going to cluster, double crochet, all the way until the end of the row. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. Should have 9 stitches. Now I've got 5 clusters instead of 6. I'm going to do a single crochet decrease, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and my last 2 stitches are going to be a decrease. Chain 1 and turn. And same thing, I'm going to find that horizontal stitch, put a cluster into it, followed by a double crochet all the way down the row. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. I'm going to place my last cluster here. Okay, chain 1 and turn. I'm going to do a decrease, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and a decrease. Chain 1 and turn. I'm going to cluster. double crochet, cluster, double crochet, and cluster. Chain one, and that's what your beard should look like. You're ending with 3 clusters. I'm going to snip that off, and I'm going to go ahead and fasten off and weave in this tail. And if you weave it in like that, it'll kind of round it off, because I know it kind of doesn't look even, but now it does. Once you weave in your tail, it'll look nice and round. A nice big round full beard. So I'm just weaving in my end here. I'm going to snip that off, and the beard is done. See? Okay, now I'm going to do my mustache. So I'll show you how to do that. You're going to, again, use your white. I'm going to chain 3. Now I'm going to add my bead. And I chose to use different bead this time, a little darker one. Put my hook back in. And I'm going to chain 3 more. So then I'm going to, so I have 3 and 3 on each side of my bead. I'm going to slip stitch to the first chain that I made. I'm going to chain 1, and into that same stitch, I am going to do a cluster. So yarn over, pull through 2 until you have 5 on your hook. Still, cluster is the same. Yarn over, pull through all 5. Then I'm going to double crochet into the next stitch. And then in that final stitch, I'm going to do another cluster. Chain 1, turn, so I'm going to do a single crochet decrease, and another single crochet, chain 1 and turn. So I have 2 stitches. I'm going to find that horizontal stitch and do another cluster. Yarn over, pull through all 5. And I'm just going to chain 1, fasten off, and one side of my mustache is done. I'm going to attach my yarn to the other side and into the chain closest to the bead. I'm going to attach my yarn, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. So let me attach my yarn. I'm going to pull up a loop. I'm going to cluster into this same stitch. I'm going to double crochet and then do a final cluster. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to do a single crochet decrease, a single crochet, chain 1 and turn. I'm going to find that horizontal stitch and do one final cluster. Okay, I'm going to fasten off. I'll show you what your mustache looks like when it's all said and done. Put that bead in the middle there. Okay, there's your finished mustache. I weaved in all of my ends off camera and I left the middle tail. And I'm going to attach this to the top of my beard in the middle. I'm going to find the middle, probably going to go underneath, I don't know, like 4 to 6 stitches depending on your preference, but I like to anchor, you need to anchor down this mustache to this beard. So I'm just going to attach it just like that. And then I kind of just go over this stitch so that it lays down flat and that the bead kind of pokes out a little more. So anyway, you're going to go through this a couple of times just to make sure that it's nice and secure. I mean, you can even use like a hot glue gun to glue this down if you prefer, but I just use my yarn, my darning needle. Weave in your end here. You're going to snip that off and then you'll be done. It's pretty easy. Okay, so now you have your beard and your mustache attached. It looks like that. Now you're going to do your hat. You're going to do your hat independently of your ring. Okay, so with your red, you're going to chain 15. And then you slip stitch to your first chain. Chain 1. So now you've made a little circle here. You're going to half double crochet around or into each stitch. So you'll have 15 half double crochets for round 1 and 2. Slip stitch and chain 1 and do another 15 half double crochets. This is round 2. Okay, round 3, you're going to start off with a half double crochet decrease and then half double crochet into each stitch all the way around until you have 2 remaining. In your 2 remaining stitches, you're going to half double crochet decrease, slip stitch, chain 1 to complete the round. Round 4, you're just going to chain 1 and then you're going to half double crochet into each stitch and you should have 13. So no decreases in this round. Round 5 starts off with a decrease, half double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 remaining. Half double crochet decrease to end the round, slip stitch, chain 1. Round 6, you're just half double crocheting into each stitch. And you should have 11. So each odd round you're decreasing, and each even round you're just half double crocheting. Round 7 starts off with a decrease, half double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 remaining, and then half double crochet decrease in those 2 remaining stitches. Decrease, slip stitch, chain 1. This is round 8. Half double crochet decrease into each stitch. Slip stitch, chain 1. Round 9 is a decrease. Then half double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 remaining. And then a decrease to end the round. Slip stitch, chain 1. Round 10 is just a half double crochet into each stitch. So each odd round, you're decreasing the amount of stitches by 2. And with a decrease, a slip stitch, chain 1, half double crochet into each stitch. slip stitch. Okay, round 13, you're gonna do your decrease. Half double crochet. And then another decrease. Slip stitch. You're going to fasten off. So you're ending round 13 with 3 stitches. Okay. I leave a really long tail because I like to add a little bell. You can add a little pom-pom, you know, or you can just leave it as is, whatever you want to do. So around the trim, the first time I made this, I used the same white, but I think I'm going to use a different white this time around the trim here because it needs to have a better contrast from the beard, I think. So let me just attach my bell first with my darning needle, and then I'll pick out a different white. So just kind of go through this a couple of times. And secure my bell at the end. And I'm not going to fasten that off just yet, or weave it in, I should say. I'm not going to weave that in because I'm going to use it later to cinch down the hat. And for the trim, I'm actually using this Hobie's Baby Snuggle in white, just to kind of make it look a little different than the beard. Okay, so I'm going to attach that to the bottom, and I'm going to do my zigzag, which is a slip stitch and a chain 1 all around the edge here, and I'm going to go over that tail so I don't have to weave that in later. Make my life a little simpler. So I'm going to zigzag all the way around the base of the hat. Until I get to the beginning. And I'm just going to slip stitch and tie a knot at the end here. Weave that in. And there's my hat. Okay, before I attach my hat, I want to use my jute string and tie that or fasten that to the top of my wooden ring, because that's how I'm going to hang my ornament. So I've attached that. I'm going to weave my jute string through the center of my hat and out the top of it. Just like this, about like halfway to the top. Pull my hat down, pull my jute string taut, and then I'm going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie another knot at the top because that's how I'm hanging my ornament. Now I'm going to bend that over and attach the end of the hat onto itself. Otherwise, it doesn't like to lay down. So I'm going to do that just by putting a couple of stitches in. And like I said, folding that over onto itself. Once I've done that, I'm going to weave in my tail. Fasten that off, and my ornament is done. Just that simple. Just kind of center this a little bit, and look, it's so cute. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I do. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more crochet content. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas.